We are all familiar with the game of Tug of War where we pull this rope back and forth. It reminds me of the lines that divide, pulling us in different directions. At the intersection of confusion, like, should I take the red pill or the blue one? Like, is this reality or illusion? A matrix, this fantasy, this kingdom where we are the king, painting the world's narrative like Michelangelo painted the Sistine. We believe that we are the artists of this world's story, but we are the canvas. We have been enlisted into God's army. We are at war, a tug of war. This war is not against flesh and blood, though it often appears that way, as the ground has consumed so much blood, making its plate from our hate. It asks the question, am I my brother's keeper? Am I? The ground is crying out because gluttony is a sin, and sin pulls us towards death, away from the one who gives life, because what's forbidden always looks pleasing to the sight. But I choose to stand as one who's prepared to fight. 300. We are mighty men of valor. I stand. I've sagged my pants of conformity for too long. Now I stand with the belt of truth around my waist. I believe in truth, just like I believe the sun sets in the sky. Not just because I see it, but because by it I see everything. Truth is everything that keeps me from falling for anything. I stand as one who has something to stand for. Tug of war. I've worked the traps of the enemy by bench pressing the breastplate of righteousness. My righteousness is only because of him. He uses me to exercise the body because this body is his dwelling place. So I work out salvation, shaping my core. I stand as one that has something to stand for. Tug of war. This battle is not for the faint of heart. It's known to get hostile. That's why I march the front lines with feet ready by the gospel of peace, which ironically also divide, yet it multiplies. My feet callous yet beautiful, how the gospel saves lives. I take up the shield of faith because faith in him, the solid rock, is what I stand on. It protects me from the flames of the enemy. The enemy roams around like a lion, roaring, seeking someone to devour like an entree. So I take the helmet of salvation. As I head into battle, I stay strapped with the sword of the Spirit, which is God's word. His word is bond, giving sight to the blind. No longer bound in chains, I'm free. I'm out of Egypt, no longer a slave to sin. Eating meat, all grown up like boys to men. The beast was slain, the debt was paid. Head bowed, praying to the Lord for boldness to proclaim the gospel that saves lives. He overcame the grave, which means death was defeated. I call that liberty. We call that victory. We fight the good fight of faith that was already won on Calvary. He died because he has something to die for. He rose like the perfect gift you give to the one you love. He rose because he has something to rise for, to capture our hearts in this tug of war.